You know, today is here at the World Bank, tomorrow is here with the federal government of Nigeria, and he has brought those experiences combined to see how to support projects that we have in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Fidel, we recognize you. We appreciate you. We thank you for all the wisdom and all the support. Thank you so very much. In the same vein, we also have leadership here, our former DG, the first DG for the National Climate Change Council, Dr. Salisu. Dr. Salisu and ACReSAL comes a way very, very long that we cannot mention. He was the first MPC for ACReSAL and also the MPC for Newma. So I have known Dr. Salisu for close to a decade, and I call him my brother. We actually have nicknames for each other. Dr. Salisu, thank you for coming here today. Please clap for him. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We also have Mr. Anda. I call him Baba Water because he comes with vast experience when it comes to water resources management. And the topic we are discussing today, catchment management, is actually his baby. It's like his second baby. He had to travel all the way from Kogi State this morning so that he will be part of this discussion. Thank you. And currently, he's leading Newmap EIB. So if there are some states that you want to do something that looks like Newmap, Mr. Anda is here. So reach out to him. He also was the first acting MPC for ACReSAL. So the room is really very complete. And of course, we have Soji sitting down there. Soji is our focal person. This morning, he sent in a letter. He was the director to receive a letter that was supposed to go to World Bank. And while I was here, I sent the e-copy to Washington. He gives us real-time support. And we don't know what we can do without his support. Thank you. Thank you so much. In this room, we have directors and DGs and permanent secretaries. The director for National Center for Remote Sensing, my own boss, Dr. Jeb, is here seated. He's somebody that really taught me remote sensing, GIS, and hydrology. And I believe and I hope that I'm making you proud. Thank you, Dr. Jeb. Thank you so much. So when you hear me speak hydrology, you hear me speak remote sensing, GIS, that is my source. So thank you so much. And all the permanent secretaries here, I cannot recognize you all, but we appreciate you. We appreciate you. So allow me to quickly also recognize very important personalities here today that as development partners, we cannot do without their support. Personally, I will say that they are the window to the communities. They are our gateway to the community. No matter what we do in Abuja, no matter what we do in any part of the world, no matter what we do at the state headquarters, without their support, there is no way we can implement projects, and there's no way we can have sustainability and ownership. Please help us to clap for our real fathers here today. We have representative of the area of Kano here, my brother, Your Highness, Zahi, recognize you. We also have representative from Hadija, the Emir of Hadija, Ogungu, and Bauchi, and other emirs that have been doing training with us from Kano. We recognize all of you. And I want to assure you that personally we will come to engage. When we come to the state, we will come to engage with you so that I will tell you more about the project, your roles, and how you can help us to ensure we have sustainability. Again, I really want to recognize everybody here today, so thank you so much. Now, this morning, and I think it's afternoon now, this afternoon we are here to do something very, very unique. On Monday, I gave the analogy of a building plan. Call it a master plan for Abuja. Call it a beauty plan for your house. But here this afternoon, I want to give another analogy of what the strategic catchment management really stands for. We know that some of us here have the permission by law and by culture and tradition and religion to have 4 wives. Is that not correct? And today, we are here to carry out a marriage of 4 wives. Is that correct? A marriage between Kano State, Bauchi State, Yobe State, and Jigawa State. The question will be, why marriage? You see, so sorry, I'm not a lecturer, so I want to really see how to break this down for us, rather than giving a speech and sitting down. You see that in a home, you have the first wife, you have the second wife. Some people can actually have 4 of them one day, right? But still, there's that recognition of who is the first wife, who is the second wife, the third wife, and the last wife, the American in the house. And at this point, I think Yobe is the American in the house. And Bauchi, I can tell you, is the first wife. While Kano and Jigawa are there at the middle, Kano more towards the first wife, and Jigawa most was the last wife. So I'll not give you number. Now, you see that map, and I hope that a few of us can see some of the maps. I was really hoping that we have the maps everywhere in the room. When you talk about catchment management planning, it's an entire area. And as mentioned, here we have 4 states. Even in this room, where we are seated, we can already bring out a catchment management plan for just this room in Ladikwa, or Sheraton, or Abuja Continental Hotel, as it's now called. So for every spatial location, mostly controlled by slope, hills, hydrology, and other characteristics, it's easy for you to delineate your catchments. Bauchi is the first wife because in this instance of Hadija, Jamari catchment, Bauchi is at the upper part of the catchment. This means, and this is where the royal fathers really come in. This is actually for you, our royal fathers. This means that whatever activity that Bauchi is going to do, first wife, is going to affect second wife, Kanu, affect third wife, Jigawa, affect our fourth wife, Yobe, and finally the receiving end, the church. That means that you all have to sit together, which is what we have been doing, like the MPC mentioned, from Kanu to Lafia, 7 days consultation, including the one in Abuja, to agree on the activities to be done. And this plan that you have will detail, and a copy will be made available, I believe, to everyone. If not today, the MPC will find a way to share this copy. If Bauchi wants to do a dam, Kano, Jigawa, and Yobe has the responsibility to say that you cannot dam, or you cannot do 100 dams, because once you do that, we are not going to have water at the downstream. This is what we are doing. If Kanu want to take all the waste, because it's a commercial center, and dump in the river, whether than in an approved or on an approved confined area where you can really turn the waste well, but dumping them in the river and everything. Jigawa, this is not going to affect wife number one. It's not going to affect Jigawa and Yobe because they are downstream. And then if we move to Jigawa, and Jigawa want to maybe, because right now we are using swamp buggies to clear the Hadija River, maybe because you want to do the physical-chemical analysis and have recommendations to apply maybe elements or treatments that can stabilize the turbidity, temperature, and all of that. Without consideration to Yobe, it means you are contaminating. Your waste will be contaminating Yobe. Same-wise, Yobe also want to do something. Maybe construct road or rehabilitate Boniyali without really considering how the water is going to flow back to Lake Chad. It means that the Lake Chad, which is already stressed, is going to be further stressed. I hope this gives us a more simplified picture of what we are talking about. It means we are all responsible for our environment. We are all responsible for the management and sustainability of our environment. When you look at the drivers of conflicts, be it in Nigeria or anywhere in the world, the underlying driver is competition for natural resources. It could be wood. When Argungu, and we met with the emir, who is also an environmentalist, and he was telling us an example of how, there was a fight because some communities there already don't have trees, so they went to another community to cut down trees, and they had to come and settle them. Competition for natural resources as a result of climate change and degraded land. So please, as we are here today, we are going to listen to some presentation, an updated presentation from the consultant, who want to urge you to please share your thoughts in terms of the recommendations, and to also let you know that whatever will be validated here today, we still have to come to the bank for review and clearance, including no objection. And that means that there's room for updates. So if you have comments or objection regarding what we have today, feel free to send it to the FPNU or the bank. But best if you can send it to the FPNU and then you transmit it to the bank. That said, I am not the one giving the lecture today, but my job here this morning is to give a remark. I hope that with this remark, we have more clarity in terms of why we are here and our responsibilities in ensuring sustainability. And I wish you all the best as we finalize this document today. Thank you very much.